Hey guys, Jeff here, and I'm out at Heather Farms with the DJI Air 2S. This is a mid-cycle refresh, but really it seems like a full-on upgrade from the Mavic Air 2. It has Occusync 3.0 transmission system. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 antennas versus the 2 antennas on the Mavic Air 2, a 1-inch sensor, 2 extra optical avoidance sensors on top, and it uses the same batteries. So I have extra batteries now. I recently had a crash with my Mavic Air 2. It was a super bummer. I really wanted to upgrade to this guy. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and now I had the perfect excuse to do so. So I'm gonna fly it around in 5.4K at 30 frames a second and give you my thoughts. But before I do, if you find value in this content, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. It really helps out. All right, let's get to it. All right, so yeah, I have a ND8 filter on this beautiful 1-inch sensor, and immediately I'm noticing the color difference. It's incredible. It really is. We got the sun to our west, so all the shots facing east are gonna look the best, and that's just drones for you in general. But I gotta say, flying this thing around was such a pleasure. Let's go check out the pond. Now, I don't have a polarized filter on here, but man, that water looks just clean. Not clean like swim in it clean, but just beautiful. I love this fountain. Earlier, I got some shots of it casting a perfect rainbow. A little spin action. Just, yeah, kind of getting used to it flying faster and maneuvering just all around faster and more responsive than the Mavic Air 2. Let's go check out this little hedge sculpture thing. Don't worry, people, I'm not staring at you. I'm looking at the hedge sculpture. Yeah, let's get a nadir shot in there. Yeah, there we go. Groovy. Nice little pan up. Controls are smooth. Actually had a recent firmware update that updated the controller, which you don't see very often. You don't see firmware updates updating the controller all that much. So that was pretty cool. And it does fly better. Now I'm flying this in normal mode, you know, not sport mode or cine mode or anything like that, just normal mode. And I can fly it fast, I can fly it slow and precise. I'm mostly just checking out the colors and kind of getting a feel for it, because it is a different flight characteristic than the Mavic Air 2, just slightly. I mean, it's very similar, but it's definitely unleashed, that's for sure. It's like the Mavic Air 2 had a governor on it or something like that, or whatever they call it, you know, when it limits the speed. I'm surprised that you get 31 minutes. You only got a 3-minute drop, because you definitely have more powerful camera, 1-inch sensor, 10-bit color, 5.4K versus 4K. Yeah, you can tilt that thing up high. It's incredible. And the motors are just so much faster too. I mean, they really did a good job with controlling the power consumption on this craft. So, for people that are complaining about, 3 less advertised minutes, I really couldn't care. Well, I mean, I care that you guys don't like it, but I dig it. For the upgrades you get, I definitely dig it. And it has the same advertised flight time as the Mini 2, so that's kind of helpful when you're trying to calculate your flight time for the day. I'm just kind of using this field. There's only, let's see here, one other person on the field, so it's definitely a place where no one's going to raise an eyebrow at me. There I am. My goofy camera bag. Doing a little manual orbit. I mean, like I said, this thing is very responsive. I think that update to the controller really helps. And just the craft being more responsive in general. I think at this point I popped it into, no, I'm still in normal. Wow. So you can do small stick movements or, bigger stick movements, and you can either go fast or super slow and precise. I mean, normal mode really covers a big range of flight characteristics. This thing can ascend about 13.2 to 13.4 miles an hour straight up in the air. That's incredible. That's something like 30% faster than the Mavic Air 2. Let's go check out this pond. This was a good day to fly. There weren't really any people out. Well, there were people out, but not a lot. So we did have some overcast, but still those colors are coming in real nice. All right, back to the field. I will say that during this flight, I didn't get one drop or 1 bar drop in signal at all, everywhere I went. Full signal the whole time. And I was actually out earlier today flying, and I flew quite a bit of ways towards that mountain over there, Mount Diablo, to get a good shot of it. And I flew about a mile away, basically. I could still barely see it in the sky, and I just wanted to get as close as I could to the mountain so that I can get a good picture of it. 0 signal drop. That's amazing. That Occusync 3.0 is just nuts. Oh, this was fun. This guy had this RC car that just rips. And I asked him if I could film it. So he said yes. So I did. I actually have more footage of this, but I'll probably make that into another video some other time. I had to drop it in the sport mode to track this guy. This is where normal mode really kind of showed its limits. I think I'm in normal mode now. Oh, I think now I'm dropping it in the sport mode. Just to pitch that gimbal a little faster. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this guy was really cool. Shout out to Jose, my new buddy. No, I don't want to go in that neighborhood, that's for sure. I mean, I could, but I'm trying to be polite, you know? Let's check out these fields. There's no one here. That's good. And I think there's like a Christmas tree farm over there, so I'm gonna fly over there and check that out. Get a little altitude so I can still see it in the sky. Yep, a little Christmas tree farm. Tenet. Yeah, this thing just, it flew so smooth. I did have kind of that issue that people are talking about where the altitude kind of was a little wonky as far as what it was telling me on the screen. Most of the time it worked totally fine. At a couple times, I actually think around this moment, I noticed that it said negative 60 feet, which I definitely wasn't at negative 60 feet from my takeoff point, at least. I mean, maybe, I don't even think I'm at negative 60 feet as far as sea level. So that can't be right either. That's why DJI has firmware updates. The gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, that green just pops. I did shoot this in D-Log. I got so used to shooting in D-Cinelike with the Mavic Air 2 that I didn't really mess around with the normal mode at all. I just dropped it in the D-Log and knew that I was going to be doing color grading, just like I was with the Mavic Air 2. And I gotta say, this was pretty easy to color grade. Probably could have done better, but you know, it's new to me, so I'm gonna have to find new tricks in grading this type of footage. It would be cool if they did a descent-alike option on the Air 2S, just for the people that are used to it from the Mavic Air 2. But I mean, they're so similar. I didn't use any of my same presets from the Mavic Air 2. I went ahead and did all new presets. And honestly, I think it looks way better. The Mavic Air 2 was much warmer, but it's also kind of how you grade your footage. This just came out a lot more balanced, in my opinion, than my grading with the Mavic Air 2 and descent alike. So maybe D-Log is the way to go. I mean, it was in this case. Man, I can ascend like... That's nice. I mean, that's really nice. The ability to ascend and descend really quickly, because I like to do dynamic motion around things. I like to fly around sailboats, you know, different subjects, and not just circle around it, but, you know, gain and descend my altitude. Makes for a really cool looking shot. Right here, I'm just kind of messing with circling myself. This is something that I would definitely suggest anybody that's getting in the drones practices doing. But yeah, I think it's great. And obstacle avoidance does work. All right, so that was the DJI Air 2S. This guy is definitely a beast. Definitely worth the upgrade if you have a Mavic Air 2. Definitely an upgrade if you have a Mini 2. And just an all-around great drone. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.